Credit for Immigrants, written by Ghazi Farrad, read for you by Pete Farrand. Welcome. Congratulations. Welcome to America. No one could have walked in your shoes but you, regardless of where you come from or what you come from. Coming to America is a chance for a fresh start. There's still turmoil here. I'm not saying America's perfect because it's not. America has their problems just like every other country. However, despite any problems here in America, America also presents anyone the opportunity to succeed. Not only to succeed, but to flourish. To flourish with no limit on what you can become. The transition to America from any other country can be hard. Hell, growing up here can be hard. That's why I want to make one thing easier for you. The reason why most businesses fail is because of two things: lack of capital and lack of planning. People are no different. People only fail because of two different things: lack of capital and planning. Luckily for you, here in this book I will lay out an explanation of credit and a blueprint of how to build capital starting from scratch. The best blessing about credit is that the beauty in credit is that credit doesn't discriminate. Credit isn't racist. Credit doesn't care what the color of your skin is. Credit doesn't care who doesn't like you or who you pissed off. Credit doesn't care if you have one misdemeanor felony or 1,000. No matter what you come into this new relationship with, credit will always be your friend if you're good at it. Credit can help you hold the bills down in between jobs. Credit can be the way you start your business. Credit can help you make your dreams come true. Credit can be a last resort option. Credit can be anything you want it to be. So, without further ado, here is the way I would explain credit to someone new to America. Credit. Credit is a customer's ability to get products or services before making a payment, based on the expectation that payment will be made later. There's a bunch of things to determine how creditworthy someone is. A few things are your credit history, your income, age, and so on. A credit score ranges from 0 to 850. For a full explanation of what credit is, I will be releasing another book called How to Get an 800 Credit Score in 90 Days, which gives a more in-depth description. Inquiries. In credit, there are two types of inquiries: hard inquiries and soft inquiries. Hard inquiries will take your score down a few points. Hard inquiries occur when you accept a pre-qualification offer on a credit card, officially submitting any credit application such as financing a car, phone, and/or buying a home. Whenever you give a financier the consent to view your full and real-time credit history, you will be given a hard inquiry. Soft inquiries don't impact your credit score. Soft inquiries don't show up as inquiries on your credit report because soft inquiries aren't as accurate as a hard inquiry. Soft inquiries mostly come in the form of pre-qualifications and also from credit monitoring services. Accounts. In credit, there are three types of credit accounts: revolving accounts, installment accounts, and telecom accounts. Revolving accounts are credit card accounts. Installment accounts are more loans such as car loans, home loans, secured loans, personal loans, and any other type of loans. Telecom accounts are more of subscription bills. For example, phone bills and subscriptions to companies like Netflix, Amazon, Stars, and so on. Telecom accounts are unique because these are the only accounts that, while they're on your credit report, They will only count for you, never against you. While there is no mass way to prove which of the revolving accounts and installment accounts are the strongest of the two, in my experience, secured installment accounts have produced the best results for me. What they want to see. A good credit score alone doesn't get you approved. It's having the right data. You can have a good score without having good data. But when you have the right data, you'll always have a good score. The right data gets you approved for what you're looking for. They want to see flawless, consistent monthly payments. Paying things off too early doesn't help. Creditors want to see that they can make interest off of you. What hurts a credit score? I have to briefly explain things not to do. There is a mini myth out there that closing an account helps a credit score. In most cases, they hurt a credit score. Think about it. It's one less account for the bureaus to see how responsible you are paying your debts off. Having more than 4 inquiries on any bureau will significantly hurt your credit score. The first 4 may only take your score down 2 to 6 points each time. The 5th inquiry, and anything beyond, could set your credit score back 10 to 17 points. Late payments on any account except telecom accounts and collections could also have a negative, long-lasting effect on your credit profile. Credit collections are the procedure used to retrieve unpaid invoices or past due amounts from clients who have neglected to pay their bills on schedule. Do your best to avoid having a collection and being put in this procedure by any creditor. Having one collection can tank your score by 100 points and deny you from getting approved on applications. Getting rid of collections and late payments are not easy, so do your best to avoid them. The fun part. My cousin married a woman named Lucia, who was from another country. When Lucia was given her Social Security number, Lucia came to me, asked me to write up a plan for her, and this was the plan I came up with for her. Having a state ID is cool, but we want to hit them hard early. Whether you find a program that will help, a family member or a friend to help you learn how to get your driver's license, get your license first. In some cases, you will need to obtain a permit first. A permit is a test on the laws of driving in the U.S., which is often state-specific. If you pass the permit test, it will cost around $50. After passing a permit test, you will need to schedule a driving license test. If you are older than 18, then most likely you can schedule your test right away, depending on availability. If you are under 18, then you have to have your permit for at least 6 months in most states before you're able to schedule a test. The next step for Lucia was getting a job. For the record, you can get a job as soon as possible to start saving and doing what you have to do. Not everyone has the luxury of being able to lean on someone. Get a job. It's your first job as an American citizen. It doesn't have to be the best job in the world, but a fair job. After Lucia got a job, I gave her the information for credit so she can build her credit up nicely. From there, I recommended Lucia to get a car, with a caveat, not to finance a car for the sake of building credit. Not financing a car in general right now is best. I advised her to save her money instead of paying a high car note with a higher insurance rate. Buy an older used car that can get you to and from work. Do this for 5 months, save all the money you can, and do not open up any credit card before building your credit. Within 9 months, Lucia had $10,000 saved up, a great credit score and profile, and is now in a position to leverage what she has to start a business of her choosing. Lucia can now start a business of her passion to fully live out her dreams. If Lucia doesn't want to do that, okay, cool. Lucia can work with the security of her savings, get a new car, and if she didn't have my cousin's place, she could get an apartment. Lucia has significantly upgraded her life and put herself into position to do whatever the hell she wants to do. Be like Lucia. WIWD. What I would do to build my credit as a new citizen in the United States of America. The first day I became a citizen, I would get 2 bank accounts. Join Kickoff. Kickoff is a credit building tool that's only $5 a month to report at least $500 a month. The same month I get a job, I would sign up for Credit Strong for $175 a month to report $15,000 on your credit report, and Self for $50 a month to report $1,000. After a month of keeping these accounts current, I would see if I could leverage the money I have saved up to create some kind of installment account that I can run on automatic to add to my other accounts. After keeping all these accounts current, I would wait another 5 months, and then I would focus on becoming an authorized user twice on someone's credit card account that has at least 10 years of age on them. After I get those on my profile, I would get 2 credit cards with the banks I have, a car, and an apartment. After that, I would be set up in a great position to do whatever I wanted to do. Description. Nothing feels greater than taking your 10 first steps in America. The biggest step is getting here to America. Now that you're here and learned America's language, the third most important step is here inside this book for you. The third most important step is credit. Credit is going to determine what you will make out of your time here in America. Life can be hard, especially without any guidance. But life is always better with credit, and I'm here to offer guidance to you. Congratulations on your fresh start and good luck on your journey. Together we can get you headed in the right direction. You don't need to read a million words to get great advice. You only need to read the words I write to get great advice. Thank you for listening to Credit for Immigrants, written by Ghazi Farrad, read for you by Pete Farrand. Copyright 2024 by Ghazi Farrad. Production copyright by Ghazi Farrad.